watching Zoom. Awesome.
I'm usually not driving, but I came from photos taken at a new listing that I have in Covina. So
Great. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Get those listings.
Yes, trying real hard.
So we're going to talk about questions today. Success in negotiating is all about maintaining control of the conversation. Sometimes control of the conversation means you're not actually talking. Sometimes it means you're asking questions. And it's almost always the person is in control is the person who is asking questions. Okay. There's a reason that our Tom Ferry scripts are built the way they are. They're a series of questions. People go, that doesn't sound like me. It sounds salesy, right? But it's not. It's just a series of questions. The key is that we all tend to want to be the World Wide Web all in our head. We want to give everybody all of this information, the information central, and that means you're talking at them, right? So if I were to say to you today, Shauna Boozer, can you unmute yourself?
Yes.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good. Shauna, how long you been in real estate?
Well, kind of choppy. I got my license in 2006, but I went into property management after 2008. And so I did property management up until last year, and then I joined Provident.
Very good. So you have a lot of extracurricular background then in real estate that a lot of agents don't have coming in.
Yeah.
That's great. So are you married?
Yes.
Have children?
Yes.
Grandchildren?
Yes.
And do they all live close by?
Oh, yeah. Yes,
Very
everyone
good.
lives close.
Very good. Very good. So the last year that you've been back in regular sales, what's been your biggest challenge?
Gosh, I have a lot of challenges. I think it's just talking them into getting qualified, the pre-qualification. Some people are afraid to do it. And so I think that's what it is. I can't talk them into it is my issue.
So you be that buyer.
Okay.
Ring, ring, ring.
Hi.
Hi, is this Shauna?
Yes, it is.
Hi, Shauna. This is Yvonne Arnold at Provident Real Estate. How are you today?
I'm good, Yvonne. How are you?
Very good. Very good. Hey, I noticed that you were looking at these properties, and I know we've been seeing a lot of different ones, but I really think that now is the time that we really find out what you qualify for. Would you mind if I had my lender call you this afternoon? It takes about 10 or 15 minutes.
Well, I got to pick up the kids, the grandkids from school.
Okay. Okay. So this afternoon's not good for you. Is it you and your husband that are buying together, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Are you both going to be available at say 6 o'clock tonight?
Let me talk to my husband and I'll get back to you.
Okay. So just so you know, Shauna, I just want to make sure you're clear. We can't go and see any more houses without you getting an approval letter.
Oh,
You know
okay.
why?
No.
Do you know? You don't know why? Okay. Because if I take you out and find you 3 or 4 houses you love and fall in love with, you can't buy them without an approval letter to know that you can get a loan.
Oh, okay.
And we have to submit an offer with a letter.
Okay. I'll talk to my husband.
Yeah, so definitely. So I'll check back in with you about 5:30, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So I asked a bunch of questions, but I also got straight to the point, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Because guess what, Shauna? There is no convincing anybody of doing anything.
No, there's not.
You can't convince somebody to do it. You can get them to convince themselves. Okay. Yeah. So what do I do now at 6 o'clock? And I call back. I'm going to call her back at 6 o'clock.
Usually they don't answer.
Ring. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead and don't answer. Just let me ring. Ring, ring, ring.
Okay.
Ring, ring, ring. Ring, ring, ring. Oh, they didn't answer. Now I'm going to ask the same question through my phone.
Okay.
I'm going to text it to them. I'm going to set a video text. Okay. You can't take no for an answer out of the beginning. You
Okay.
just got to keep rolling. All right. But you control the conversation by asking questions. I mean, I found out you're a mother, you're a grandmother, you're married, you've been licensed to 2006, you were in property management. I got that in about 37 seconds.
Yeah, you sure did.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys all do that all day long. You're just not paying attention to doing it.
Okay.
All right. So why do you need that? Because you need to know the reconnaissance. You're doing reconnaissance on them, recon. Okay. You're doing recon on people. You're getting to know who are they, get the answers to those questions. And now you can talk to them and handle their objections differently. So now if they say, I haven't got the money right now to buy something, because that seems to be kind of a big concern with everybody right now.
Yes.
Prices are really high. I don't have enough down payment money. So what will you do? Shauna Baggett. I'm going to pick on the Shaunas today. Shauna Baggett. What would you do if somebody said to you, I haven't got the money right now, so I'm that buyer. You know, Shauna, I'm going to stop the search. I don't have enough money right now.
I would probably ask more questions about what they do for a living.
Just
what
go
they do.
for it, like I'm that person.
Oh, I'm not a role player person.
Oh, you are. Oh, but you are. Oh, but you are. Go for it. Just like, I'm just your friend on the phone. And I was like, Sean, I really want to buy a house, but I don't have enough money right now. What would you tell me?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my gosh, aren't you the one that was just in your car that just got out of your car to like,
Yep.
no, that was Lisa.
That was
Okay. Do you have a buyer you're working with right now?
Do I?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I have buyers.
Are they like, are you afraid to talk to them too?
No,
Okay,
I just don't like doing role play. I don't like being put on the spot.
Oh my gosh.
I'm
This
sorry.
is
Shauna, get over it.
I can't. I will try in time. In time.
Okay.
I
So
will get
here's what happens. This is what happens. Hey, Nazar, I don't have enough money right now. Nazar gets to be the agent because Shauna didn't want to.
You're saying I'm going to be the agent?
You are. I don't have enough money right now. I would love to buy a house, Nazar, but I just don't have enough money right now.
Okay. And how much do you think you need to be able to put down on the next home that you want to buy?
Oh, that's a good question. I was thinking I needed about 100 grand and I've only got about 75.
Okay. And then what's the price of a home you're trying to buy?
500.
Okay. So if there's a way that I can show you how you can get into a property without waiting to save $100,000, would you be ready to move and buy it right now?
Yeah, but I don't see how I can do that because I know I need 100 grand to make the payment where I want it.
Gotcha. So what is the payment that you're looking to keep your payment at? So you can
I want to
feel
be somewhere
comfortable?
around 3,000 a month.
Okay. Can I have my lender call you? I think that especially now with the rates being as high as they are, that has an impact on our clients' ability to be able to qualify to get it into a property that they feel comfortable with. Because most people don't buy a purchase price, they buy a payment, and I totally get that. And I think it's cool that you've done some research on it. But I'd love to have him talk to you because there's different loan programs that are out there now that are a little more creative that might allow you to be able to accomplish the same goal that you want, is to be able to get your payment around 2,500 or 3,000 a month without having to necessarily wait until you save another $25,000.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
That'd be
So
great.
what time this afternoon would work best? for you to
My
have
husband and I will
you?
both be home around 6.
Okay. So 6 or 6:30 would be better for you.
6 o'clock.
Okay, awesome. I'll have our lender give you a call at 6 o'clock. They'll be able to walk you through all the different options that's available. And then if you feel comfortable and confident that that's the right decision, then we can jump back on a call and then start, continue our search.
Fantastic.
All right, Yvonne, thank you.
Thank you, Nazar.
All right.
So you guys, see, we didn't make a big deal about that. Do you know why Nazar was able to do that? Because Nazar has been practicing his scripts and dialogues for years till he made them his own. Okay. Now you go role play or real life, it doesn't matter. Role play and real life are exactly the same. It's a series of questions that controls the conversation. I had no opportunity at any time when Nazar was sitting there talking to me, asking me questions. He was asking me questions. I had to listen to answer his question. Okay. So if he's in control of the conversation, which he was, he's going to get all kinds of recon from me. And then he's just going to direct me in the direction I have to go. Talk to the lender tonight at 6. When you have that kind of control, you win. Okay. You only get that control by knowing exactly what to say, when to say it. And it happens in practice and it happens in real life. We always say, don't practice on your clients. That's why we tell you all to role play. Okay. You're practicing on your clients if you're not. Nazar and I just went through a whole thing. Now, he and I are ultra experienced agents. Neither one of us missed a beat. I was the role playee, he's the role player. We went right into character. If you want to make $20 million a movie like Julia Roberts, you better learn your scripts. Okay, so I would highly recommend that when you're doing your work every day, that you include the concept of practicing and role playing. Now, I'm going to give you a little like inside track of me. I hated role playing. Shauna, you're in good company. Hated role playing, hated to be called into it. But the other reason I hated it was because the people that I was role playing with never did it well. Okay. They kind of played at it. You picked up the phone, you got a role play partner, and they were like, hey, how's it going? They wanted to chit chat before they started actually practicing. Well, you don't get good at negotiating by screwing around in practice. Okay. So literally you need to find somebody. And for what I didn't even use a role play partner. I said, I've given up on role play partners. I don't want to talk to anybody. But you know what I did? I put my scripts in front of me every single day and I read them verbatim, forward and backward, so that I knew exactly what to say. And they're just a series of questions. That's all they are. When do you plan on moving? If you were to move, where would you go next? And when would that be? Okay. Have you already been, what's the LP mama, right? Is this the location you want to be in? Have you already spoken to a lender? Do you have a mortgage already lined up? What's the price point you'd like to be at? Are you working with an agent? What's your motivation? Do you have to sell something before you move, or are you leasing? Do you have to get out of a 12-month lease, or are you month to month now? Okay, what am I doing? I'm recon, right? I'm controlling the scene. So you guys, I challenge all of you to start controlling your scene. You have control of the whole thing. You just don't know it. Okay. But you gotta get the words, and people go, oh, those words aren't mine. That script doesn't sound right. It never will when you first start using it. You're going to sound geeky. You're going to sound goofy. It's not going to feel right. But actually, at the end of the day, it actually ends up becoming your own words because it just comes out of your mouth. Now, I haven't actually memorized a script in years, okay? Nazar probably hasn't looked at an actual script in years. However, we learned so many of them that they just now, you know which way to go. You know, in short sale market, we knew we had a buyer call in, I want to buy a house. Great. Can I ask you, have you owned a house before? Oh yeah, last year I lost it in short sale. Okay, great. Well, you're going to probably not be able to buy for a couple more years. Okay, it went straight from a buyer call to I have to give you hard news. So these are the things that you guys, or I have a house, yes, I'm going to keep it and I'm going to buy another one. Oh, now you're a short seller. Okay, so I go from buyer script to short seller script. You're going to go from I want to buy another rental property to, oh, what do you mean the rates went up and it's non-owner occupied interest rate? Okay. Because now they don't understand. They're going to have to pay more interest for that property that they want as a rental. So do you guys believe that you can actually control the conversation by just asking questions? Mm-hmm. Do you understand the power of asking questions? I think it was Jim Rohn that said, people don't care what we know until they know that you care. Okay. How do they know that you care? Well, you ask about them. We all have those friends, you guys, that don't ask anything about you. You know, you talk to them on the phone and all they do is talk about themselves. We all have those friends. Okay. And you always get off the phone and go, huh, it's like Chinese food. They just left me with nothing. I'm still hungry. Okay. But when you start asking others questions, like Tair, unmute yourself, Tair. He's like, no.
I know.
Tair, how can I help you today?
How can you help me?
Now think about this. I'm going to give you some context. I'm a $500 for 30 minutes coach. That's $1,000 an hour.
Wow. Does that all go to you, or is that?
I wish, honey. But if you know you have a person on the call like that, if you had to ask one question and they wanted to help you in your business and
I
they
would
said, how
ask
can I help you? How can I
how
help you
you
today?
started?
How I started? It's an
Yes.
excellent question. I started door knocking. If you want to know what I did to get business, I door knocked. I door knocked 3 days a week, 100 doors a day, 300 doors a week for almost 3 years. And I did open houses every weekend, and they weren't my own. They were whoever's I could get.
So what did you sell in your first like 5 years?
So I'll tell you what I sold in the first 6 months of being in the business in 1990. I sold $2 million worth of real estate in the first 6 months. And then the spigot shut off because that first aerospace crash came in Southern California. And I went back to title insurance. I went and got my job back because I had just bought my first house. I was 24 years old and I needed to make the payment. So I needed a job. I was smart enough and didn't have a big enough ego to know when I needed to go make my payments instead. Okay. Because I didn't have enough established yet. And we didn't have teams like you guys have now. If we had this opportunity, oh, I would have just stayed in and thrived. Leads coming into me, holy cow, that'd be great, right? But then I went back in 94. And it was the middle of the crash. It was the very beginning start kind of, we had a crash in 91, and then we had another one in 92. We had another one, it started to come out around 94. So 94 is when I left title completely and I went back into the biz. I went back and did my open houses. I went back and did my door knocking, and I learned my scripts. And in 94 was when I first met Tom Ferry and his dad. I think I met Tom in 95 or 96. And I followed everything they did. We never hired a coach. All I did was I got the scripts and I learned them over and over and over again. I used them like flashcards. Like, how did you learn your math in school? Flashcards, right? So I just used them as flashcards. And I learned the scripts and I just did them. Hi, my name's Yvonne from Remax. I was wondering, when do you plan on moving? Never. Oh, well, if you were to move, where would you go next? And when would that be? Fantastic. I mean, come on. They were just everyday stuff. Okay. So you have to pick something you would do. So what do you love doing, Tair? Every day.
What do I love doing every day?
Yeah,
As
in
far
real
as-
estate. Okay. What do you love doing?
I'm one of those people, like I feel like I don't know, but
You like working with buyers?
I think, like, I know it sounds corny, but I like to like dream, you know?
Yeah. Okay,
So
what's
like
the big dream?
admire, I guess.
You like big houses, big fancy homes?
Yes, nice
Oh.
cars,
Ah, okay, now we're getting
nice
somewhere.
clothes.
Oh, now we're really getting somewhere. And all that costs money.
Mhm.
So guess what? So if you like those things, where do you prospect?
I like to do open houses.
Are you prospecting home gardens or are you prospecting,
Oh, like what city?
Haywarden? Yeah, what city? What neighborhood do you like to prospect?
Well, when I first started, I liked Eastvale, which is obviously like higher price points.
Right.
But I think now I realize I like the lower price points.
Why do you like the lower price points now? Because they move faster?
They move faster and I'm less intimidated.
Oh, interesting.
Like I was talking to Zoe on Friday and I was saying how like our clients, sometimes I'm like, I don't know what they're saying and I don't want to talk too much.
Oh, because there are a
then
lot
they'll
of
realize-
Asians in Eastville. So you're not understanding what they say. Oh yeah, you'll have to get over that. So you don't care what they're saying. If they're working with you, you just don't care.
Mhm.
Let them talk, okay? So here's the catch. If you guys want something, notice I asked him a bunch of questions. And what did I get to when I asked him a bunch of questions? I got down to what his global value was. He likes nice things. He likes nice cars. He likes nice clothes, which means he wants to make a lot of money. However, what did I also find out by asking him more questions? Where does he prospect? I found out he lowered his price point because he was intimidated by the high price point stuff. Only because of a language barrier, as from what I can tell.
It's a limiting belief.
It's a limiting belief. Thank you, Nazar.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what I would tell you. I actually changed my price point. My price point was hovering right around 400,000 at one point. And I said, this is stupid. Why am I doing $400,000 properties? And so I just started door knocking a $650,000 to $700,000 price point. I increased my average sales price the next 12 months by $150,000 on every sale. Because what you are around, you attract. What you focus on, you attract. Okay. So you guys, limiting belief with Shauna. I don't like to role play. I'm not ready for it yet. It's public. Okay.
It's
Limiting
more
belief with
anxiety.
Tayyip. What's that?
It's more anxiety of being called out in front of people, not knowing. It's anxiety more than
Yeah.
anything.
So you need to take a deep breath, and that's a confidence level thing, just so you know. It's total confidence. That's all it is. It really, are you kidding? Shauna, what I would love to see is that at some point you come back and you're on this call and you go, hey, coach, let's role play. And you call me out. Okay. Because that's what you should be doing. That's confidence, right? Tayyir, your confidence level will go up as you work with more people. Okay. So guess what? At the end of the day, both of you have the same exact problem. Do you know what it is? Besides confidence.
That we
It's-
don't believe in ourselves.
Well, no, I think you believe in yourselves.
Oh.
Otherwise, you wouldn't be on this call. Okay. You wouldn't be on this call if you didn't believe in yourself. But here's what I think you both have in common. You both have in common that you're playing too small. Okay. Everybody on this call needs to play a lot bigger. It's critical right now to play a lot bigger. So, I mean, this is a little tiny book. Look at this little book. Exactly What to Say by Phil Jones. You can read it in a heartbeat. It's like big letters too. It's my kind of book, okay? And so I would highly recommend that you go through this because the magic of words and influence are very impactful, okay? You can influence people by what you say. I hope that you leave here today knowing that you need to go do something that you haven't done yet. Do something different. Get out of your comfort zone. Ask people a lot of questions. You're not being nosy. If you truly want to know to help somebody, asking questions is your fastest and best way to help them achieve what they want. And if you help others get what they want, you will get what you want. Okay. So high confidence level is what you need right now. You guys have this. You've got all the support in the world from Nazar's team. So I hope that you all go out and ask a lot of questions in the next week. And have a wonderful 4th of July. If you served in our country, thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nazar. Talk to you guys later.